Ma'am,
Please mute yourself. Put on unmute. Board Pranali. Okay, so we'll start now. Am I audible?
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
yes,
so
ma'am.
we'll start. Our subject is the basic electronics engineering. So before going to start our actual syllabus, we will start with the syllabus. Okay, so basic electronics engineering. This particular subject having a teaching scheme of a theory lecture 3 hours per week, but we will take 4 hours, means 4 lecture in a week. Okay, to complete our syllabus. And for this basic electronics engineering, having a practical of 2 hours per week. Okay, so credit is for examination scheme. For this subject, you having a two exam. One is a in semester exam of 30 marks. Another one is a end semester that is of 70 marks. And last one is the practical. This is of 25 marks. Whatever the practical you perform in a college, according to that you have to give a oral and we will give marks on this basis only.
Are you that guy too?
Just a 1 minute. Who is to Okay, so for this particular INSEM exam, you have total 6 units for this particular subject. For INSEM exam, first 2 units are there, unit number 1 and unit number 2. Okay, means based on that unit 1 and 2, you have to give an exam of a 30 marks. Then for ENSEM exam, remaining 4 units means unit number 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that for 3, 4, 5, 6 unit, you have to give exam that is your ENSEM exam of 70 marks. So total it become of 100 marks and practical is of 25 marks. Okay, so this course objective, course outcome, that we will discuss later when our offline lectures will get started. Okay, so basically the name indicates our subject basic electronics engineering. So what is the mean by electronics, that we have to say. Principle of electronics, why we go for the electronics. So we can say that electronics is nothing but it is a branch of engineering that deals with the electrons. Okay, what is the mean by electronics or electronics engineering? This is a branch of electronics that deals with the motion or movement of electrons that can causes current to flow and voltage that also get created. Okay, I will explain again. Electronics engineering or the electronics, that is nothing but this we can say as a branch of electronics, okay, that deals with the movement and motion of electrons. Who is Abhishek? That deals with the motion of electrons that causes current to flow and voltage also get created. Okay, that is we can call it as a electronics. And nowadays electronics industry or electronics we can say as a component or circuit or devices we can use in a daily life in a real time application. Okay, so these are the nothing but your core syllabus of electronics, unit number 1 to unit number 6. Okay, so unit number 1. Now today we will start with unit number 1. So just I will explain this total syllabus in shortly only in a 5 minutes. Unit number 1, that the name is Introduction to Electronics, Evaluation of Electronics. First topic, impact of electronics in industry and in society. Means we can say that how electronics get evaluated. from your starting device to up to ending devices, means at this present stage. Then impact of electronics in industry and society, how your industry and your society gets affected, or what is the change on that society and industry when your electronics circuits or electronics devices when we are started using. Then introduction to active and passive component. Okay, then p type semiconductor and n type semiconductor. Then current in semiconductor, diffusion, and that is nothing but drift current. Then what is the diode? PN junction diode. What are the construction of a diode? How diode works in a forward bias and reverse bias? VI characteristics of PN junction diode. Diode as a switch, half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier. Zener diode, LED, photodiode, along with characteristics and their application. These all points we have to cover in unit number 1. Okay, just I will revise this, means whatever that I will read this all the syllabus. Then in unit number 2 we will see transistor and op-amp. What is a transistor? Types of transistor. Then what is mean by op-amp? Block diagram of op-amp, types of op-amp. Okay, so that is particular for unit number 2. Then in unit number 3 we will see the digital system, that is a number system and logic gates. How the number system we can use in a computer or in a digital circuits, how the conversion occurs, means conversion from one system to another system. Then different logic gates, which are the different logic gates, how we can use that logic gates for building digital circuits. Then what is a microprocessor, what is a microcontroller, only means as a block diagram, as a basic. This we will study in unit number 3. Then in unit number 4, electronic instrument. Okay, means which are the different electronic instrument that we will use in an industry or in a college. That is your digital multimeter, your function generator, your DSO, CRO, power supply, then your transformer, ammeter, voltmeter. That all the electronics instrument that we will study in unit number 4. Okay, then after that unit number 5. In unit number 5, we will see the different sensors, that as active sensor, passive, analog, digital, motion sensor, thermocouple, then your gas sensor, optical sensor, mechanical sensor, biosensor. These all the sensor types, sensor characteristics, and all the classification of sensor we will see in unit number 5. And the last unit, that is unit number 6, communication system. Okay, so in that means all starting from unit number 1 to unit number 6, all the related electronics, means starting whether from where it gets started up to communication system, that all point we will cover from unit number 1 to unit number 6 in a short, not in a detail. Then in a communication system we will see the block diagram, communication media, then different frequency band, AM, FM, then mobile communication system such as a cellular concept, then your GSM, like this. Okay, so this is your whole syllabus from 1 to unit number 6. These are the different textbooks that you can take from library. First book, that is Electronics Devices by Thomas L. Floyd, ninth edition. Then second book, that is Modern Digital Electronics. These are the different books as unit 1 to 6, that all we will get from these different books. Electronics Devices, this is the first book that is also available in library. Then this Modern Digital Electronics. Okay, means for digital, means for unit number 3, you can refer this book, Modern Digital Electronics by RP Jain. Then Electronics Instrument, unit number 4, you can use this book by HS Kalsi. Then for same for sensor, means by unit wise there is a one different textbook or any reference book available. Okay, so I will suggest you
Internet.
to refer that textbook number 2. Okay, T2, Modern Digital Electronics by RP Jain. Okay, then I will also suggest you to use that book, Electronics Devices by Thomas. Okay, means book number 1 and book number 2. That two books, I think they are available in library. You can take when you will come in college, means your offline lecture gets started. At that time, you can take this book. Then also I will suggest this book, Mobile Communication, for your unit number 6. You can miss, this is a reference book. Either this digital fundamental, either this we can say mobile communication. You can refer this book also, and this first and second book. Okay, now these are the different list of laboratory experiment and assignment. Okay, so first your experiment is electronics component, study of electronics components such as active and passive component. Means you have to identify the different components such as what is a resistor, what is a capacitor, inductor. Okay, then diode, what is a BJT, switches and relays. Then again, second experiment, measurement using various measuring equipments. How we can set up a CRO, function generator, how we can measure the voltage, how we can measure the frequency, then how we can measure voltage resistance by using digital multimeter. That we will see in experiment number 2. Then experiment number 3, VI characteristics of PN junction diode and Zener diode. How your diode works according to the voltage, how the current changes, that we have to observe practically in a lab by taking diode, that is a PN junction diode 1N4007. Then last, that is a rectifier circuit. Sorry, fourth experiment, rectifier circuit. In that you have to implement different rectifiers, half wave, full wave, bridge rectifier, and we have to observe the effect of capacitor. Then same experiment number 5, frequency response of MOSFET. Experiment number 6, linear application of op-amp. Then 7, test and verify truth table of your different gates, adder and flip-flop. Then experiment number 8, study of transducer. These all experiments means 8, 9, 10. These all three are the study experiment. Means you have to just study the transducer, study the BJT, MOSFET, and you have to write a write-up according to this particular topic, 8, 9, and 10. But above 1 to 7, that we have to perform in a lab. Okay, so this particular experiment you have to perform, you have to prepare one file. Okay, according to this file, your internal examiner will take a oral or this particular topics, means from unit experiment number 1 to 10, and from also your theory points also, and according to that you will given a marks out of 25. Okay, so these all are related to practical syllabus and your theoretical syllabus. If student you have any doubt, then please drop a message in a chat box, otherwise you can ask regarding your exam
No,
structure.
madam,
Yes,
doubt.
yes. Okay. Okay, so we will start with now actual syllabus. Yeah, my screen is visible.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now we will start with unit number 1, that is introduction to electronics. Already I have introduced you myself, Sujata Giravale from ENTC department. Okay, I have total 7 years of experience in a teaching field. Previously, I works in a Wadia college, which is near Pune station. I have completed my masters in VLSI from GH Raisoni College of Engineering, Wagoli, and Bachelor of Engineering from VP College, Baramati. Okay, so this is my introduction. Already I have given that. So we will start with our topic. First topic, that is evaluation of electronics. Okay, so before going to start evaluation of electronics, what is the mean by electronics? So we can say that electronics is nothing but it is a branch of engineering that already I have explained. It is a branch of engineering that deals with the motion of electrons or movement of electrons that are or that causes the flow of a current. Okay, that we can call as a electrons. Now we have to see the first topic, that is evaluation of electronics. Means how the electronics get evaluated, actual history, how the what is the first electronics device that get invented. Okay, so the actual history began with the invention of a vacuum diode. Means your first electronics device, this is nothing but a vacuum diode. This can be that's developed by Fleming. one scientist that we can call as a Fleming in 1897. Okay, so your first question, according to this question may be asked like this: explain in short evaluation of electronics. So in that you have to write how the devices get developed one by one. Is what is the first device get developed in a previous year, then after that which device get developed, and now we are using which device, which electronic device. Okay, so that is one part as a means as a question and answer. So actual first device that we can call as a diode, vacuum diode, developed by J.A. Fleming in 1897. Okay, so when diode get developed, we have to see this all in a detail. What is a diode? Why we are using a diode? What are the disadvantage of diode? Then why we go for the next device? Okay, so that are the different, we can say, as a consideration. For that purpose, we will see, or we will go by go your electronics get developed. So first is nothing but a diode. Diode is nothing but a two terminal device. Okay, this having two terminal, one we can call it as a anode, one you can call it as a cathode. I think you have studied in your 12th also in physics. Okay, so
Yes.
purpose of that diode is for, we can say, as to passing a current from anode terminal to cathode terminal. Means your current always flows from anode to cathode, not from cathode to anode. Okay, but this diode having some disadvantages. So after the Fleming, next scientists get develop another device that you can call it as a vacuum triode. Okay, when diode get developed in 1897, after that next device that is used that you can call as a vacuum triode. Now what are the disadvantage of diode? Because your diode can't be used for amplification of signal. So for that purpose, next device that develop, you can call this as a vacuum triode, that was implemented by Lee De Forest to amplify the electrical signal. Okay, but when this triode also having that time the triode also used, but triode also having some disadvantages. So another devices get developed that you can call as a tetroid, and another one as a pentoid. Okay, means until we can say as a World War II, we are using these devices. At that time the people were using these devices: diode, triode, pentiode, and tetroid. Okay, so after that, next, when this diode part is completely, we can say, as a finishes or vanishes, after that next device that you can call as a ICs, integrated circuits. Okay, this IC is nothing but form as a chip. Okay, so this is nothing but the invention of a circuit that will drastically, we can say, as a change the electronic circuit nature. Because what the different diodes, when we consider we have to build a big circuits, at that time we have to use a number of a diode or number of a pentiodes. Okay, because diode, either triode only is a two terminal device or two pin device, either three pin, either we can say five pin pentioid. But when your integrated circuits, that is IC, get developed, this IC having a more number of pins, means particular pins can be acts for the different operation or a different function. Okay, and also the size of that integrated circuit, we can say, as very small, cost, size, and weight. Due to that, your electronics drastically gets changes. Means there is a, we can say, as a lot of changes occurs in electronics industry when your integrated circuits get developed. But after that, when your integrated circuits get developed, again another device, that is modification in integrated circuits, that you can call as a MOSFET and FETs. Okay, that is nothing but JFET, junction field effect transistor. Another one is a MOSFET, that is metal oxide field effect transistor, that get developed from 1951 to 1958. Okay, to improve the design process and by making more reliable and powerful, we can say, transistor. Means when you this is JFET, means junction field effect transistor, and MOSFET, these are nothing but a transistor. Okay, so means what is the way? First one is a diode, then triode, pentiode, then integrated circuits, that is your ICs. After the ICs, MOSFET, means transistor and MOSFET get developed. Okay, then after that, okay, this MOSFET, that was the transistor, that again we can say as a invented get started in 1948. Now either this transistor or this we can say MOSFET can be used by using either a germanium or a silicon. Okay, these are the two semiconductor materials, germanium and silicon. Nowadays also we are using VLSI industry, means very large scale integration technology. So this industry having get advantages, or this having a very we can say as advantages or application in real life. In that also we are using germanium and silicon semiconductor material. Okay, and that germanium and silicon is used for making a transistor. Okay, now this up to means your triode, pentadiode, ICs, transistor, MOSFET, these all are we can say as analog devices, analog circuit. Okay, in the electronic, there are two, we can say as a circuits or a two signal. One is an analog signal and one is a digital signal. Analog signal is nothing but you can say which signal is in the or in a shape of a waveform. Suppose you can consider a sine wave, cosine wave, triangular wave, or any other wave. Your signal, analog signal, always represent in the form of a wave, sine, cosine, triangular, like this, or square wave. Okay, not a square. Square comes in a digital. Sine wave, square, your triangular wave, and cosine wave. But after that, when your computer gets developed, digital circuits are also get developed. Digital circuits or digital signal, that is nothing but this can understand only the language of zeros and ones, right? Your computer is digital, computer understand only the language of zeros and ones. Okay, so when your digital circuits get developed, okay, so this IC were developed with again a transistor, means you can say as a TTL logic, transistor logic, then integrated injection logic, that we can call as I2L, then ECL, emitter coupled logic. Okay, so and then later PMOS, NMOS, CMOS. These are the fabrication methods for designing a digital circuits. Means when your analog circuits, after the analog circuit, the this we can say as evaluation of electronics that goes towards your digital side. That is we can say as a digital integrated circuits. Okay, then after that next one is nothing but when your digital circuits get developed, next scientists develop microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay, now your digital circuits or your digital IC, this microprocessor or controller is also digital IC, but in a digital integrated circuits, this is we can say as a only 20 pin IC or 40 pin IC. But when your microprocessor get developed or your microcontroller get developed, all are nothing but a single chip. Means what? There are number of pins available for either processor or for controller. According to that number of chips or each that chip or each chip having a different pins, and this pin works as a different function. Means that pins can be used for two different application. So when your microprocessor get developed in 1969 by Intel, your analog circuits are completely we can say as a replaced, or completely we can say we can converted into the digital, right? Means whatever the analog integrated circuits, whatever were developed at the time, you can convert or they can be converted into the digital by using analog to digital converter. Means you can say this as a ADC and you can say this as a DAC, analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter. Okay, so this microprocessor is nothing but a digital example. Now in case of this microprocessor, now you can see any real-time example. Suppose you can consider a lift controller. In that lift controller also we are using processors. According to that processor commands and processor programming, you can give the different input condition, right? On which floor you have to go, then again different condition, alarm, we have to set alarm, we have to stop, we have to start the lift. This all programming is done in a microprocessor that you can say in the form of a digital. Same microprocessor get developed, after that microcontroller get developed. Okay, so these all are regarding evaluation of electronics or evaluation of your basic electronics, starting from your diode to up to last you can say microprocessor. Now this we can say as only up to the your electronics industry. Suppose when you take a communication industry, there are the different industry. So in communication industry also you know that how the communication get developed at the starting when there is no any we can say mobile phone is not available. Before the mobile phone we are using we can say as a we can send our message through the pigeon. After the pigeon next your telegram, then your telephone. Okay, then after that mobile phone, like this means these all social media or the communication media get developed or gets evaluated. This comes in case of we can say as a communication, and this processor controller comes in a electronics industry. Okay, so these all up to evaluation of electronics. If student any doubt, then please ask on this topic. Yes, wait, Chaitanya, please mute yourself. Wait, Chaitanya. Okay, I'm asking something. If you have any doubt, then please ask.
ADC.
No doubt, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so the next topic, that is a active and passive component. Okay, so before going for this active and passive component, I think only 10 minutes remaining. Just I will tell you how the electronics industry or your society get impacted. Okay, this is your syllabus topic, active and passive component. Only the 9 minutes remaining, so I will explain this impact of electronics in society and industry. Now you know that as your mobile phone, suppose we take an example of mobile phone. When your mobile phone get developed, electronics industry get completely changed. Yes, who is Swapnil? Please mute yourself. Okay, so when your mobile phone get, we can say as a get developed, means you can say that this is a very fastest communication between the people. Okay, so this is we can say as a impact on your industry and your society. Then another one example you can say as a personal computer or your laptop. Okay, so this also we can say as impacted, right? Means due to this personal laptop or your laptop, you can say as you can get a knowledge, education and information about a new research development and all this. Okay, so this is again one we can say as an impact on your industry and society. Then next, TV and radio. You know that TV is again we can say we get a news entertainment. Okay, just by sitting at the home. Then another one as a we can say radio. Okay, this will save our time and money. We can read several newspaper, that also on mobile, and also we can say on a we can say TV. Then another one, medical electronics. Now we can say that doctors and scientists continuously find the new uses of electronic system, such as we can say X-ray machine, your MRI machine, ECG. Okay, sonography. So all these are come in a category of electronics, means that medical electronics also get developed. Then after that another one system such as that we can see line communication, telephony, telex, telegraphy and teleprinter. Okay, then your defense system, means your electronics also used in a defense system such as radars, your missiles, then satellite communication, rocket launching, like this. Means you can say that this electronics can affect all, either in industry also as well as in a society also, and this is a good impact in a all media. Then another application also you can say that in a electronics industry. Okay, means like as a suppose you can say mechatronics industry. Another one you can say air pollution control industry. Then different we can say as a electronics devices or industrial devices, that you can say as your CRO, then your DSO, your function generator, your digital multimeter. Okay, these again all comes under category of your electronics devices. Means that industry also get impacted. Another one, our real time devices that we will use in our home, such as your TV, then your fridge, then your we can say as a another device, filter, any tech, any electronics devices, either a filter, your oven. These all are comes in a category of electronics devices, and you can say that due to the electronics get developed, there is a good impact in a society and as well as in a industry. Okay, so that is again our second topic that we cover, impact of electronics in a society and in a industry. Okay, now the third topic, that is active component and passive component. Now this we will start our syllabus. Means what is actual active device, what is a passive device, and what is basic electronics devices. Okay, so the electronics components, that is nothing but you can say as a basic building blocks of electronic circuits. So these electronics components get divided into we can say as a types. One is a nothing but a passive types or passive component. Another one is a active component. So passive component is nothing but resistor, capacitor, and inductor. This you can call this as a passive component. And second one, active component, that is your tube devices and your semiconductor devices, means your transistor, FET, MOSFET. These all are comes in a category of a active component. We will see the in detail what is mean by passive component, why we called resistor, capacitor, and inductor as a passive, and these remaining tube devices or a semiconductor as a active. Okay, so we will go for the next. Okay, so two types of electronics devices. First one is a active component. Second one is a passive component. Now, what is I mean by active component? Active component, it is a electronics component which supplies energy to a circuit. Okay, what is the definition of active component? This is a electronics component which supplies energy to a circuit. That you can call this as active, because this will supply energy to the different circuit, different electronic circuits. So the common example you can say voltage source, either your current source. Voltage source are used for supplying the voltage to the particular devices. Same current source. Current source is also we can say active component, because that is used to provide a current to the particular circuits. Generators such as your alternator and DC generator. Okay, all types of a transistor such as your BJT, your MOSFET, FET, and JFET. Then you can say as a diode, Zener diode, photodiode, Schottky diode, and LED. These all are comes in a category of active component. So by a definition, you can say that active component is a component which supplies energy to the circuits. Okay, either a voltage source, current source. Suppose you can take an example of a diode, simple diode. In case of a simple diode, what happen? Your current flows from anode terminal to cathode terminal, right? Current flows from anode terminal to cathode terminal, means you can say that energy supplied from your diode to your another device. Same, suppose you can say the example of a FET. In a FET also your current flows, okay, from drain terminal to source terminal, and also we can say voltage get generated. So the devices in which voltage get generated or it provides energy to the different circuits, you can call this as a active component, and these are the different given example. Then next one is a, okay, the voltage source, this is active component. Then we will see that in a detail, because I think only 1 minute is remaining, 2 minutes is remaining. Same the current source. Current source is also we can say that this is considered as a active component. Means you can say the current supply to the circuits, to the any circuit. This is either an independent current source or the dependent current source. Same the voltage source, it will provide, or it we can call this as active component, because when current leaves from positive terminal of a voltage source, energy is being supplied to the circuits. Means suppose you can say as a battery. Battery can be, we can say as a charging and discharging process. Means that we can say that energy stored in a battery, and when we will use that particular energy stored, your battery get discharges. That you can say that energy supplied and energy we can say as a discharges. So that comes in a category of a active component or active devices, voltage source, and second one is a current source. Okay, so remaining topic passive component, then your transistor, diode, that we will see in the next lecture. If any doubt, then please ask or message me on a group also, otherwise individual. If you have any
Hello,
doubt,
ma'am.
save my number. Yes,
Hello, ma'am. I
yes,
have
yes,
one doubt.
yes.
Can I ask?
Yes, I think
Uh,
only 1 minute remaining. So you can message me. Otherwise, you can ask in a next lecture. Okay, in
okay.
tomorrow's
Okay,
lecture.
ma'am.
I think
Okay, ma'am.
because the call get disconnected.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you can message me.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
I will share